How's everybody doing?
What did you think of your first day on the field yesterday?
I think there's a lot of stuff in personally I can work on, but overall as a team, I think we came out great energy. The speed and everybody was working hard, working very fast, and being very efficient.
So Shedeur, Tom Brady talked about sending you a message after the draft. So what did you take away from that? His advice to you.
That was it.
It's early, but have you been able to gravitate towards someone, attach yourself to someone in this building in your time here already?
Yeah, I say it's only really rookies in the building right now, and all of them real cool, and they got great personality. So I'm glad to have that team bonding, that team chemistry back, being, on your own with Pro Day and with the combine and everything is more individual for that. So being around that team environment, I'll say, is the best right now.
Shedeur, not many rookies or draft picks have the opportunity to have the President of the United States going to bat for you in the middle of the draft. So what was that like for you?
Oh, no, I was truly thankful. For it, including him. There was a lot of fans, a lot of people in barbershops, a lot of hairstylists. There was a lot of just fans, of me and of my craft and of my family that was there to support. So I was just thankful that I have that foundation overall, just as people, and we all could come together as one.
Shedeur, you have incredible popularity. You're just starting your career and you're immensely popular. Why do you think that is?
Why do you think?
You're likable.
Well, yeah, I guess that's what it is. I just be myself every day. I can't control what's external. I can only control what's internal.
But with that, Shedeur, how do you block all that stuff out and be a football player?
By doing what my dad raised me to do since I was like 5 years old. I seen it. I seen what he was able to do, and I have a lot of great resources and mentors, to keep me on the right track. And especially coming in this building, we have great coaches in the building, able to, keep me focused, keep me in a straight, narrow line.
What's the balance between knowing you're competing and wanting to be the starter here for a long time, but also being right here, just getting started?
Well, of course, it's day by day. I just find something I want to perfect and just perfect it to the best of my abilities, and that's all I really focus on, and just being there, just being a leader, being a great teammate. Doing what I need to do whenever it is. So I'm just thankful for an opportunity. Things could have been a lot worse, but I'm here smiling in front of you all at this facility right now.
Shedeur, what's your interactions been like with Dylan since you guys have gotten into the building together?
Cool, normal. Yeah, it's been normal. He's a real cool guy overall. Yeah, you could tell he always have a great mood. He's always in a good mood. I only been around 2 days though, but he always have a great mood. But overall, I could tell he's a pretty good person.
Shedeur, how do you come in here? Just from a mental standpoint, in your approach, 5th round pick, they did draft Dylan 2 rounds in front of you, and you come into basically a 4-man quarterback competition for potentially a starting job in your rookie year.
I just feel like in life and everything, it's just me versus me. I can't control any other decision besides that, so I just try to be my best self at all times.
Shedeur, can you talk about the community work you've done so far here since you've gotten to Cleveland?
Yeah, so typically every state I go to, I don't really be on like social like that. I got people that just run it for me and stuff. So like what I find fun and interesting, and it's a lot of just, I don't know, it's just joy to me. It's just going to those high schools, middle schools, and just, engaging with the younger kids, because they mind's not corrupted of other people's opinions. So that's why I find joy and happiness going to different schools and being able just to talk to them and see the joy on their face because they followed the journey. So even through everything, whenever it was going crazy, wild, negative, everything, my happiness was going there. So that's what I always resort to. I always send pizza to their school, show them that I'm still able to connect with them. They still able to connect with me. And eventually I was supposed to get on the game with them also, but I don't have my game out here right now.
So that was the plan regardless of the slide in the draft, right? Become a right
Yeah.
and wanted to
All you gotta do is just look it up. You'll see the history. I don't do anything for PR. I don't do anything because anywhere I go, cameras will come. So it's not really nothing I typically try to do. It's just my life and just what it came with.
Shedeur, it seems like you have really kept your head up. You've kept your spirits up.
Mm-hmm.
You always have a smile on your face, even in the wake of tumbling to the 5th round of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
So how have you been able to do that? I mean, you just didn't let this take
Yeah.
you down.
I mean, you just gotta step back and look at life. Like, you're in a great situation overall that you're able to be healthy. That's one thing going through, even with my brother going through an injury and my pops and everybody in the family, like, you value life and you value opportunity and just waking up every day a different way. So that's kind of why it's nothing for me to really, no matter what, in any situation, I can't really be fazed by it. It's like playing quarterback. You go down there, you may have not scored the whole game or whatever, but then when it gets to that final 2 minutes and it's time to lock in extra, you can't be in your feelings. You can't be down about anything. You still got another chance.
You said you like the kids because their minds aren't corrupted.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Corrupted as in, like, other people's opinion of you, like, they go based off their own, so they don't have 99% of hatred is, towards Pops. And then I'm just his son. So it really just comes from that, and I told him that too. But, it just comes from him. But then, they didn't grow up in an era to where, they watched him play, so they don't have anything too much negative, whether they say flashy, this, that. Like, it's the older generation that do it to me rather than the younger people. Because when I come in person, there's no negativity I see, but it's all over online. So that's why I say I like going in person and actually meeting them. And any questions they have, I say, just ask me whatever question you want. Pick any question. No filter, no anything.
I know. I know.
One second, I got you. But yeah, that's what they say, and then I just answer whatever they need me to answer. But the most question they asked me was just like, how is it mentally going through all this? And I just told them it's just like playing quarterback, so I can't be fazed by it.
I know your dad in the pre-draft process had said, like, with everything you've dealt with attention and scrutiny, that you're very well prepared, in his opinion, to take on everything that comes with being in the NFL. Just what has that been like, I guess, throughout your life, and how has he helped you navigate that, especially these last few years?
I say definitely he gave us the spotlight to be able to do that, so he gave us the opportunity. That's all you can ask for in anybody's job and anybody's profession, is just an opportunity to give a chance. The rest after that is on you. So I'm taking every snap out there, I'm getting up after these hits. I'm throwing touchdowns. I'm the one, they got to live it day by day. So that's all he gave us was the opportunity, and we had to navigate and see what we like about. And that's why I study people. Honestly, I study people, see how they handle certain things, see what they do, see different people's tendencies when it's going on. So you won't ever really be able to tell, when I'm frustrated and when I'm not feeling good or anything, because I watch, even self-reflecting, years, even just on sidelines and stuff, I feel like I could have handled better situations because it was misunderstood by the mass, but I understood. But, I don't want anybody to form negative opinions, about me, and it's something I could change. So I just took that type of leadership ability within myself to not give that vibe off or not give off that different type of aesthetic of negativity.
Go ahead.
When you say watching people, like, do you just mean like in general, or teammates, or
no?
other quarterbacks?
Watching people is like other successful people. Okay. It's not just the position. I say it's just everybody in life, because like people in life they go through different challenges, but it's similar. So if it's a financial guy and his business is crashed or something, like, how is he throughout those moments? Like, is he frantic? Like, is he out of character? So that's why whenever you seen the draft and all that stuff happen, and everything was live. So I was normal, and I'm normal throughout everything, because all it is what's the next step. So I was just thinking, you know, what's next?
About that, you know, when
Are we gonna take 3 more?
when you got that phone call, your family friend book said that you kind of just let it roll right off your back. You went to throwing the football right after.
Yeah.
Where does that mindset come from?
Well, I jumped in the pool. But I don't even try to think about that day because I got practice, you know, so all that stuff was cool for that time. But now, you know, I got practice. I got to learn the playbook, so.
Shedeur, can you see how it would be?
Just where are you at? And
We're on day 2.
How's it different compared to Colorado and Jackson State?
Well, of course, it's the league, so, you know, it's longer, of course. But learning, I feel like I'm on track. Like how you feel like any day 2 system.
Can you see how
we
it would
gonna
be?
hit Jimmy, K. Martin, and then Mary Kay?
Can you see how it would be hard for someone like Dylan to share a quarterback room with you, given all of your popularity? And
I just live in my own perspective. I don't live in other people's perspective of how somebody would feel over anything. You know, I don't feel any type of way as a person in anybody's situation. Like, if it's something I like, it's something I respect it. You know, like I don't have any type of negativity or hate in my thought process. So, I don't know how to answer that question, truthfully.
Shedeur, you had said things could have been worse.
Mm-hmm.
You're healthy, you're blessed, you're happy to be here.
Mm-hmm.
But as a guy who, even people in this building, other places have said you don't have day 3 talent. So what's the mindset now as far as the opportunity that's in front of you, as far as proving the type of NFL quarterback you could be?
I mean, thank you for saying that, because I don't, like, my type of stuff really doesn't do anything for me.
Shedeur, let's hopefully end up with kind of a fun one here, and that is the Cavs showed you some love and some support throughout this process, and just wondering, have you caught Cavs fever a little bit? What do you think of Donovan Mitchell, and do you think you can get yourself down to one of these games and join in on some of the fun?
Yeah, so of course I want to go to the game, but I gotta, of course, bring some teammates with me. So we're gonna see. Hopefully they make it down the stretch, and then we'll be able to catch one. You know, with a lot of teammates. A lot of stuff for me don't excite me anymore personally. So like I like having an atmosphere like friends, family, you know, around, and being able to share the same experience with them. So I seen they won yesterday. But like I said, I was focused on the playbook. I couldn't even watch the game. So that was pretty much it. But I respect everything they're doing. And the downtown, the poster is real nice on there. That's really cool. And yeah, I'm just excited to be here.
I know you couldn't get 2, but did you take 12 just because of Brady? Everyone's wondering why you took 12. Can you kind of explain that, or what happened?
Why I took number 12? It was the best available number for me. That's it.
Will you try to buy 2 from DeAndre?
Nah, I'm not trying to buy anything. My signing bonus ain't that high right now.